Okay, so once you've gotten your keybind set up and you're in the training server, we're going to go over your first basic loadout and how to use Ace in general. What you're going to do is you're going to run over to these box-like things. These are Ace arsenals. Ace is the mod, Arsenal is the name of it. So in Ace, what it adds is a bunch of interactions. To access it, you hold left Windows key and you can look at stuff. The confusing thing about this is if you run up to this box, use your scroll wheel, like in default Arma, you can open an arsenal. This will load you into a... Yep, this is an Ace arsenal. But you can also Ace interact with it. To do that, hold down left Windows key, hover over interactions, and go to arsenal. By default, your menu is going to be a radial menu, where they all show up in a circle. I don't like that, so I made it a line menu. And then you're going to highlight arsenal, and you're going to let go of left Windows key, and you're going to get thrown into this. Now, this is a pretty big menu and it can be pretty confusing. The important thing to realize is that on the left, these are all individual items. So your rifles, your handguns, your launchers, your headgears, etc. For a rifle, we're going to start there. We're just going to start with a very simple AK-15. Then a window appears on the right. This right window is context sensitive to the left window. So when you're editing your rifle, these boxes pertain only to your rifle. So I'm gonna get us an EOTech XPS-3. I like it, it's a hollow sight, I don't care too much. In terms of primary mag, 7.62, 30 round seems good to me. Okay, that is our rifle setup. Note, if you leave your primary mag empty, you will not start with the magazine in your gun. I've done this on too many ops where one of my riflemen runs up to me and says, "Hey Quiz, are you supposed to be having a gun, or are you just holding the upper for some reason?" It's like, yeah, thanks, I'm an idiot. Now, in an op, you will not have all of these options. This is what is called a full arsenal. Everything that is in the mod pack is in this arsenal. In the op, you'll be limited to under 5 helmets, under 5 uniforms, so don't worry about that. What we are going to worry about is the backpack. So, you're going to click backpack, you're going to click the bar at the top, and you're going to search for a carry-all. You're going to search carry and hit enter. I like the carry-all because it can carry a bunch of stuff. It's a carry-all. Now, this is going to be a real basic introductory loadout. What you're going to do is it's going to automatically launch you on the MISC items, and this is everything you can carry in your backpack on this right bar here. You can pick any sight, and you can put the sight in your backpack. It will not put the optic on your gun. So if I want a Night Force NXS, notice, the optic here is not changing even as I'm changing the amount. This is loading them into the carry-all. But you can do sights, rail attachments, muzzle attachments, bipods. Then, two things. You can have magazines or magazines for currently selected weapons. This is an important difference. If I am an assistant auto rifleman, I might need to carry 100-round belts for my auto rifle, even though I'm carrying a regular rifle that isn't fully auto. What I would do then is I would say, okay, well, I want 3 mags for my gun, and then if I'm humping ammo for an AR, or for an AR, they are going to want 2 or 3 belts, so we'll load that in. As I'm clicking, you should be able to see this white bar jumping up and down. That is the total load of the container you're currently editing. I'm editing my carry-all backpack. This is the max my carry-all backpack can take. It can carry only about 4 30-round belts. 130-round belts, sorry. Anyway, that's the difference between magazines for currently selected weapons and magazines total. Then, we're going to go down to grenades. For this example, I'm going to take 5 smokes and 2 frags. The smoke I like is the M83 smoke grenade white, so I'm going to take 5 of those, and the M67 frag, I'm going to take 2 of those. Now, MISC items. This is literally everything else. We're going to start with the bandages. In Arcadius, in our medical settings, wound reopening is on. This means that if you get shot and you put a bandage on it, the bandage will, over time, and with random chance, fall off. And obviously that's bad, you'll start bleeding again. Some bandages fall off faster than others. For example, elastic bandages fall off real fast. So, you want another type of bandage with you. You want quick clot. For this, we're going to take 15 quick clot and 15 elastic. This is a bog standard medical setup that will get you through most engagements. When I play in Ops, I like to carry 25 of each, and if space allows, I recommend it because Arcadius does not currently have stamina enabled. 25 of each, there you go. Then, if you have space, again, I recommend it, and your medic wants you to, I would carry blood on you. Or, I believe that we currently use saline, although under our settings they're all the same. Point being, blood is pretty heavy, especially when you're a medic. You run out of it sometimes, and it's really helpful if your riflemen can each squirrel away 500, 1,000 milliliters in their backpack for you to use on them. If you're not a medic, you won't be able to run an IV. However, you're saving your medic's backpack space. Then you can scroll through this and look through the other stuff. The important thing for you to carry next is a map tools. You need one of those. And between 3 and 5 morphine. I tend to carry too much medical, so I'm going to say 5. Morphine is, well, morphine, it helps with pain. I'll go over more in the medical video. Now, splints. I carry 8. You can safely carry 4 and be fine. And tourniquet cats. I again carry 8, but you can carry 4 and be fine. That's everything that you're going to need. I will put a summary of this in the description. You're also going to need some binoculars. You're going to need a map. You're going to need communication. Well, sorry. Terminals are generally GPSs. Most of the time, though, we don't get a GPS, so I'm going to leave that empty for now. For communication, we're currently going through a communication overhaul. The radios we use and all that are being changed. So I'm going to demonstrate on the one we always used to use, the ANPRC-152. Then we're going to take a compass. This loadout is wonderful. It's brilliant even. It's great and amazing. If you were to die, you would drop all this. You would respawn, and you'd run back over to the arsenal, and you'd have to remake it, right? You'd have to click through and repick the AK-15, yada yada yada. No, actually. If you go to loadouts at the bottom, we're going to type in a creative loadout name, and we're going to click save. This will save what is on your body and in your backpack and all that. It will save it right here. Then, if you were to, I don't know, lose your backpack because you're an idiot, or strip naked on the floor, as you can see, all of my stuff is now on the floor, and when I open the arsenal again, I have nothing on me. You could go to loadouts, you could click your loadout, and you can click load. Never click save when you respawn. Only click load. The reasoning for this is if you click save when you have nothing on you, it will overwrite your loadout and it will wipe it. I do this at least once a month, where I'm not thinking and I click save instead of load. Now that I've clicked load, everything's back. It's brilliant. I have all my stuff. All my stuff in my backpack is still there, and it's exactly the same as it was. That is the basics of making your own loadout.